My beloved soul, you are about to discover a truth that can change everything. Stop for a moment. Take a deep breath. I want you to visualize your life as a road. On it, you have walked with courage and with faith, overcoming obstacles, celebrating victories, and enduring the long, monotonous stretches. But today, I have brought you to a fork in the road. Not a fork of external paths, like changing cities or jobs, but one much deeper and more decisive. A fork in your perception, in your way of living and being. On one side is the path you know well. It is the road of habit, of reaction, of survival. It is the path where your emotions are dictated by the day's circumstances, where your peace is held hostage by good news, and your anxiety is fueled by the bad. It is the road where you fight in your own strength, carrying the weight of your worries and the memories of the past. On the other side, there is a path that perhaps you have glimpsed, but never fully dared to take. It is the path of intentional choice, of active faith, of the abundant life. It is the road where your peace does not depend on what happens around you, but on who dwells within you. It is the path where you learn to surrender your burdens and to walk with a lightness that the world cannot comprehend. What I am about to reveal to you can transform your life, because I came today to give you not just the map to this new path, but the key that opens the gate to it. And the key, my daughter, is a single powerful choice that you can make right now. This choice has the power to redefine your present, redeem your past, and revolutionize your future. I am not talking about a complex decision, but about the most fundamental choice of your existence. The choice to see your life no longer through the limited lens of your circumstances, but through the infinite lens of my truth and my love for you. Before continuing the message, write this word of faith in the comments. I am guided by God's love and wisdom. By doing this, you are taking your first conscious step on this new path. You are declaring your intention to be guided by my light and no longer by the shadows of doubt and fear. Now, continuing the message, understand that your life up to this point has not been a mistake. The road of habit has taught you, strengthened you, and brought you to this exact point of decision. But it is not your destination. It was your preparation. Today, I invite you to graduate, to leave the road of survival and enter the expressway of grace, peace, and purpose. My precious soul, let's look honestly at the road of habit, the one you have been traveling. I understand it. It is familiar. It operates on autopilot. On it, you learn to be strong, self-sufficient. You learn to worry as a form of caring, to control as a form of protecting, to dwell on the past as a way of learning. But look at the cost. Look at the weariness in your soul. Look at the peace that is so fleeting, the joy that always seems to depend on something external. On this road, you carry a heavy backpack. Inside it are the stones of every mistake you've made and refused to forgive. There are the shards of glass from every time your heart was broken. There is the dead weight of every worry about the future, every what-if that haunts you in the early hours of the morning. And you walk hunched under this weight, thinking that this is simply life. It is not. This is life under the law of self-effort, under the dominion of fear. On this road, you trust me, yes, but conditionally. You hand over the things that are too big for you, but you try to maintain control over the rest. You ask me for help, but you continue to try to solve everything with your own two hands. It is an exhausting dance of giving and taking, of trusting and doubting. What keeps you from trusting me completely is the subtle belief that, in the end, it's all up to you. That if you don't worry, no one will. That if you don't maintain control, everything will fall apart. And that belief, my daughter, is the most fundamental lie that has kept you captive. Now, before we continue this message, write in the comments, I trust in the Lord. Let this not be just a phrase, but your declaration of surrender. The moment when you, in your heart, decide to let go of the straps of this heavy backpack and let it fall to the ground. Feel the relief. Feel the lightness on your shoulders. If this message has touched your heart and you wish to support this mission, click Super Thanks and help spread words of light, encouragement, and inspiration to many lives. Continuing, the road of habit has kept you safe in your comfort zone, but it has also kept you from flying. It taught you how to survive, but it has disabled you from the art of truly living. The invitation I extend to you today is to leave this road, not with guilt, but with gratitude for the lessons learned, and to take your first step with faith onto the unknown but glorious path of total trust. My blessed soul, and what is this new path like? The path of intentional choice. Imagine your life is an ocean. On the old path, you were like a small boat adrift, tossed up and down by every wave of circumstance. Your mood, your peace, everything depended on the weather of the day. On this new path, you are no longer in the boat. You are in the lighthouse, built on the unshakable rock that is me. From the lighthouse, you still see the waves. You still see the storm, but you are no longer affected by it. You are in a place of safety, of stability, with an elevated perspective. You can observe the storm with calm, knowing that it will pass and that your foundation is secure. Making the choice to trust me is your daily decision to climb up to the lighthouse. It is the act of, when the wave of bad news comes, instead of letting yourself be carried away by panic, the boat's reaction, you deliberately stop, breathe, and choose to see the situation from my perspective, the lighthouse's view. It is asking, Father, what are you doing in this situation? What is your truth about this? And then you hear my voice, which always says, I am with you, I am in control, and I will work this out for good. The circumstance has not changed, but your position in relation to it has changed completely, and that changes everything. I, your God, am sending you a special sign. The sign you have been waiting for is in this verse, John 16:33, which says, I have told you these things, so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world. My promise is not the absence of troubles, waves, but the presence of my peace and my victory over them. Write in the comments, I receive this message, and I am blessed. And send love and protection to the person you love, declaring that the peace of God is their anchor in the midst of any storm. If this message has touched your heart, show your support with a super thanks and help spread this message of light. Before continuing, if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, do it now. By subscribing, you will receive your daily celestial weather forecast, reminding you to remain in the lighthouse. Now continuing the message, this new path is a path of peace that makes no sense to the world. It is the peace of Paul and Silas, who sang praises in prison. It is the peace of Daniel, who slept peacefully in the lion's den. It is the peace of Jesus, who slept in the boat during the storm. This peace is not a denial of the problem. It is a declaration of the sovereignty of my power over the problem. And this choice, to seek my peace above your own understanding, is available to you at every moment of every day. My beloved soul, to make this choice consistently, to dwell in the lighthouse and not be pulled back into the boat, you need to free yourself from the anchors that chain you to the sea of anxiety. The greatest of these anchors is unforgiveness. It keeps you chained to the shipwrecked boats of your past, preventing you from swimming to the safety of the rock. There is the anchor of resentment against others. Every person who has hurt you, who has disappointed you, is a chain that you drag along, and the weight of that chain makes it almost impossible to climb to the place of peace. You cannot look toward your future with me if your eyes are fixed on the offender from your past. Forgiving is your act of cutting those chains. It is your declaration that your present peace is more important than your past pain. It is you handing me the wreckage and saying, Father, take care of this. I choose to be free. And there is the anchor of self-condemnation, the heaviest of all. The guilt for your own mistakes, the shame for your failures. This anchor keeps you submerged, whispering that you don't deserve the peace of the lighthouse, that your place is at the bottom of the sea of guilt. My daughter, listen to my voice of redemption. If I, the judge of the entire universe, have already declared you innocent, who are you to keep yourself in prison? Your refusal to forgive yourself is an insult to the depth of my grace. Accept my forgiveness, receive my cleansing, and rise, light and free, to the surface of my acceptance. Write in the comments a list of people, including yourself, whom you would like to forgive. Visualize each one, send them love, and say, I forgive you and I release you. May peace be with you. Feel the lightness and freedom that forgiveness brings. Repeat this practice every day to strengthen your inner peace and release anxiety. By doing this, you are not just cleansing your heart, you are freeing yourself to be able to make the choice. With the weight of the anchors, the choice to climb to the lighthouse is nearly impossible. But with a heart that is light and free, it becomes the most natural choice in the world. Forgiveness is not your reward for being good. It is your tool for being free. And only the free can truly choose to trust. My precious soul, what are the immediate effects of this choice in your life? The moment you begin to choose my perspective over yours, something shifts. The first change is internal, and it is the most powerful of all: silence. The constant noise in your mind, the dialogue of worry, the debate of uncertainty, the static of anxiety begins to fade. In its place, a quiet stillness begins to settle in. It is the shalom of God, the peace that surpasses all understanding, that begins to guard your heart and your mind. The external problems may remain the same, but your reaction to them is transformed. That phone call that would have once sent you into a panic is now met with a calm curiosity. Okay, Father, what are we going to do about this? That criticism that would have once made you crumble is now met with the security of someone who knows her identity is not in the opinions of others. This inner peace is the first and most glorious fruit of your choice. The second change is a new clarity. Confusion is a product of fear. When you are in the boat, amidst the waves, you cannot see the horizon. But from the top of the lighthouse, the view is panoramic. By choosing my perspective, you begin to see things as I see them. You begin to understand the purpose behind the trial. You begin to see the opportunity hidden within the problem. Decisions that seemed so complicated become simple. You will know which path to take, not because you analyzed all the variables, but because your heart will be at peace with the direction. My will for you is not a puzzle, but a peace. Follow the peace and you will be following me. The third change is a renewed strength. Worry and anxiety are the biggest energy thieves that exist. They leave you exhausted without you having moved a muscle. By choosing trust and peace, you turn off that faucet of wasted energy. And the strength that was once spent on worrying is now available for loving, for creating, for serving, for living. You will discover you have more patience, more resilience, more vitality. Not because I gave you an extra dose of strength, but because you stopped wasting the one I already give you each day. Peace, clarity, and strength. These are not outcomes for a distant future. They are the immediate fruits, for today, of your decision to choose my path. And they are only the beginning. My blessed soul. And what happens in the long run? When you make this choice, your new habit, your new lifestyle, your entire life begins to realign with your new inner frequency. What starts as an internal shift inevitably manifests as an external transformation. Your relationships are the first to be transformed. Living from a place of peace and security in my love, you stop being a needy person who seeks from others what only I can give. You become a source. You begin to love others not for what they can give you, but from the fullness of what you already have in me. Your patience multiplies. Your capacity to forgive expands. Your presence becomes a refuge for others. And, like a magnet, you will begin to attract healthier relationships and repel the toxic ones. Your provision begins to flow in new and surprising ways. When you operate from a place of trust, not from the fear of scarcity, you make wiser decisions. You become more generous, and generosity is the law of multiplication in my kingdom. And above all, you get out of the way so that I can work my miracles of provision. While you were worrying and trying to control everything, my hands were tied by your lack of trust. But when you rest, I work. Doors of opportunity you never saw will open. Your purpose becomes crystal clear. The noise of worry and the search for validation was what kept you from hearing my deepest calling for your life. In the quiet of your new trust, you will begin to hear my whispers about the gifts I planted in you, about the mission I have for your life. And you will have the courage to follow that direction, not out of obligation, but out of joy, knowing that I have equipped you for everything I have called you to do. Share this video with 2 dear people who need this message of hope and faith. Let's build a chain of love and mutual support together. Leave a comment with a prayer of faith and hope. A simple, "Lord, may our choice to trust in you transform our world," is a seed that can change the life of whoever reads it. The choice that begins today as a small act of inner faith will unfold, over time, into a life of fruit, impact, and glory that will far surpass your wildest dreams. My precious soul, for this choice to become your new normal, it must be practiced. It's like learning to ride a bike. At first, you will need focus and intention. You will fall. You will lose your balance. But with practice, balance will become second nature, and you will ride with a freedom and a joy that once seemed impossible. I want to give you your daily training plan. First, the morning choice. Every morning before anything else, make your choice. Say it out loud. Today I choose to live in the lighthouse, not in the boat. I choose to see my life through the eyes of faith, not fear. I hand over the wheel of this day to you, my Father. This is your act of consecration, which sets your intention for the day. Second, the checkpoints throughout the day. Life will try to pull you back into the boat. Bad news, a difficult person, a moment of frustration. In these moments, you need a trigger to remember your choice. It could be a discreet alarm on your watch. It could be a small object in your pocket. When the trigger goes off or when you feel anxiety returning, stop for 10 seconds. Take a deep breath and remake your choice. Father, I'm in the boat again. Help me climb back up to the lighthouse. I choose your peace right now. This practice of recalibrating throughout the day is crucial. Third, the gratitude journal at night. Before you sleep, instead of replaying your worries, review the evidence of my faithfulness that day. Write down at least 3 things you are grateful for. 3 moments when you saw my hand, felt my peace, or managed to make the right choice. Gratitude reinforces the new neural pathways of faith in your brain. It proves to your soul that the choice to trust works. A morning of consecration, a day of recalibration, and a night of gratitude. This is the rhythm of your new life. Don't demand perfection from yourself. There will be days when you spend more time in the boat than in the lighthouse. Do not condemn yourself. My grace is there to lift you up. At every moment, there is a new opportunity to make the choice again. Your journey isn't about never falling, but about getting up faster each time. My beloved soul, we have come to the end of our call and to the beginning of your new journey. The fork in the road is clear before you. The path of habit, exhaustion, and fear, and the path of choice, peace, and freedom. Together we have seen the beauty and power of the new path. We have identified and removed the anchors of the past. You have glimpsed the internal and external transformation that this single choice can unleash. And you have received the practical tools to make this choice your new and glorious habit. Your entire life has brought you to this moment. Every joy, every pain, every lesson. It was all to prepare you to have the maturity and the desire to make this choice now. On my part, I promise you, if you choose my path, I will walk with you every step of the way. I will be your strength when you falter. I will be your light when the path seems dark. I will celebrate every one of your victories as if it were my own. And I will lead you, day by day, into a life more full, more rich, and more meaningful than you ever dreamed possible. Your part, my daughter, is simply to choose, and to keep choosing. Every morning, every challenging moment, it is a simple act, but it is the act that changes everything. Leave this time with me with a holy determination in your spirit. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are not a slave to your emotions. You are my daughter, created in my image, and I have given you the power of choice. Use it. Use it to choose life, to choose peace, to choose me. The old road will always be there, inviting you back to its exhausting familiarity. But from this day forward, you know there is another way, a higher path, a better path, your path. The choice is yours. The new life awaits. If this message resonated with you in your situation, write in the comments, "I choose the path of faith and trust in God." Share your experiences in the comments about how this message inspired you to make a new choice in your life today. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to the channel for more faith-based content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.